getting ready to do some ceiling lift load testing.
Nate, that's not how you ceiling lift load test.
What?
Ceiling lift load testing is done with a lot of weight, and as strong as a guy as you are, you can't do it like that.
And what is the right way to do it?
Let me show you.
So obviously, Jason, I've been doing this completely wrong. Show me your way.
Well, I wouldn't call it my way, but what I would say is the way. Now, ceiling lift load testing is something that needs to be performed in any facility that has ceiling lifts that are built into the ceilings. It's a way to test the ceiling lifts to make sure that they're safe to handle a patient. This particular setup is one of our solutions, which is our multi-select kit, which allows for anyone to test from 200 up to 1,600 pounds of weight. Simple solution is you hook up your sling to your ceiling lift. With this particular setup, what you can do is you can grab one of your weight bars, very much like, and Nate, I'm sure you're probably familiar with this analogy, very much like the pulley systems that you see at the gyms.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
All you have to do with this is simply take and insert whatever particular weight you need to test, and now we're ready to go. So right now, this is set up to pull 600 pounds. Now, let's say you want to go to 650. Pull this piece out, put ourselves in at our 50-pound mark, and now we are set up to pull 650 pounds with this particular cart. One of the very unique things about the multi-select setup is if we want to change those weights, it's not any physical transport of moving weights. See, a lot of people, when they're going to do their ceiling lift load testing, they're bringing all different kinds of weights for bringing them to the patient rooms. All of them require some kind of physical manipulation of the weights themselves. Well, here, if we wanted to go down to, say, 450 pounds, pull that piece out, slide it up, and now we're testing at 450 pounds. Now, at this point, all we have to do is press up with our ceiling lift, and it's going to lift the weights out so we can then take care of doing our ceiling lift load testing. And that's a process that needs to be done sometimes annually, sometimes semi-annually, sometimes biannually. But almost every facility that has ceiling lifts in their patient rooms needs to be performing some kind of preventative maintenance on them.
So let's say I'm a facility. I'm only working with maybe 2 different types of weights.
Mm-hmm.
This might not be the solution. Do we have anything else in our product line that would be able to help fit?
We sure do, Nate. As a matter of fact, what we have is a version of this where you actually have drop-on plates that work as opposed to this multi-select setup. In fact, I think, Nate, I may have seen you doing some working out earlier today.
Yeah, I found some plates in the back, and I was just lifting. I had to get a good lift on before all this, so yeah.
I understand that you're a physically fit guy. And you want to make sure you keep yourself toned and tight. But those plates are actually part of a system that we use for handling the ceiling lift load testing. As I'd mentioned, this goes up to 1,600 pounds and available in 10-pound increments.
Okay.
That plate that you were working with, that was a 25-pound weight. So what we have is actually a system where same type of setup, but as opposed to having the multi-select gear like this, you have drop-on plates that are done in 25-pound increments. The big thing that we're really trying to focus on here is the elimination of that push-pull force injury while transporting all of this heavy weight to and from the patient rooms. Whatever your solution is that you require for your particular unique application, we can tailor our solutions to meet that application's needs.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you, Jason.
Hey, my pleasure. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Next up, guys, food review. J. Belvin meal, McDonald's. Stay tuned.